Hey, if you're still awake right now, this story is for you. Before we begin, let me tell you a little about the story you're about to hear. Tonight's story takes place in a quiet little town called Harbour Glen. It's early morning there, soft rain is falling, and a small café called the Willow Lantern is just beginning to wake up. Inside the café is a woman named Clara. She's preparing breakfast for the whole town. Warm pancakes, fresh coffee, and a place where people can gather together for something kind. Because today, the town is helping animals from the local rescue find new homes. Throughout the day, people will come and go. Some will share breakfast. Some will meet animals who are hoping for a family. And most of those animals will leave with someone who loves them. But there is one dog. An older, quiet dog who waits patiently outside the cafe, watching the day unfold and hoping that someone might notice her. As the day slowly moves forward, we'll follow Clara through the peaceful rhythm of the cafe. The cooking, the quiet conversations, the gentle kindness of people helping one another. And somewhere along the way, something small and unexpected will happen. Something that reminds everyone in Harbour Glen that sometimes the quiet ones are the ones who need us most. But before we step into that morning, let's slow things down together. Maybe the lights are already off where you are. Maybe you tried to settle into bed a while ago, but your mind is still moving, thinking about the day, replaying little moments, wondering about tomorrow. Sometimes the day ends, but our thoughts keep going, and that happens a lot to people who carry a lot during the day. The ones who help others, the ones who try to do things well, the ones who keep everything running. Sometimes you move through the day solving problems, answering messages, taking care of responsibilities. And you don't really notice how tired you are, not until everything becomes quiet. And suddenly your body realizes how heavy the day has been, not just physically, emotionally. The kind of tired that sits quietly in your chest. The kind where your mind wishes it could simply pause for a little while. If that's where you are tonight, you're not alone. So many people feel this way when the world finally slows down. That's why tonight we're not going to force sleep. We're not going to try to stop thoughts or push anything away. Instead, we're simply going to step somewhere peaceful. A quiet story. A small place far away from busy thoughts. Before we begin though, just take a moment to notice your breathing. No need to change it, just notice it. The gentle rise of your chest and the slow fall again. Sometimes our breathing becomes shallow when the day has been long. Sometimes our shoulders carry tension without us realizing it. So just take a slow breath in. Nothing forced, just a gentle breath. And then let it go slowly, That's it. There's nothing you need to rush tonight. The world will still be there tomorrow. Right now, your only job is to rest. Another slow breath in and out again. If your mind wanders while you're listening, that's completely okay. Minds do that. You don't have to push thoughts away. You can simply let them drift by, like clouds moving across the sky, appearing and then slowly floating away. Little by little, your body may begin to relax. Maybe your shoulders soften slightly, maybe your jaw loosens. Sometimes we don't even realize how tense we've been until we begin slowing down. And slowing down is exactly what we're doing here, breath by breath, moment by moment. Tonight, we're going to imagine a quiet place, a small town where life moves gently. A place where people know each other's names, where mornings begin slowly, where the smell of fresh coffee drifts through the streets, and where a small café sits at the corner of a quiet road. The café is called the Willow Lantern. It's warm inside. Soft lights glow behind the windows. And outside, a light rain has begun to fall. The kind of rain that taps gently on rooftops. The kind that makes the whole world feel a little quieter. Inside that cafe is a woman named Clara. She's already awake this morning, standing in her kitchen as the rain falls softly outside. And just like you, she's beginning her day slowly, in a moment. We'll step into that peaceful morning with her. But for now, just stay here for another breath, in and out. Let your shoulders soften. Let your thoughts drift. And allow the quiet of this story to slowly carry you forward. Now, slowly let your mind drift a little further into the story. Imagine a quiet morning in a small town called Harbour Glen. The sky is still dim with early morning light, and soft rain is falling gently from the clouds above. Not a heavy storm, just a light drizzle. The kind of rain that taps softly against windows and rustles the leaves of the trees. The streets are almost empty at this hour. Only the quiet sounds of rain and the distant whisper of wind moving through branches. In the middle of this peaceful town sits a small cafe. Its wooden sign reads, "The Willow Lantern." Warm golden light glows softly through the windows. Inside, the cafe feels safe and welcoming. The air carries the comforting smell of fresh coffee and warm breakfast, cooking slowly in the kitchen. This is where Clara begins her morning. She woke before sunrise today, not because she had to rush, but because today is a special day for the town. A day when people will gather together for something kind. Clara stands quietly in her small kitchen at home for a moment before leaving. She pours hot water into her favorite mug. and watches steam rise slowly into the air. Outside her window, the rain continues its gentle rhythm. Tap, tap, tap. She takes a slow sip of tea. The warmth spreads through her chest. Moments like this are her favorite. The quiet moments before the world fully wakes up. After finishing her tea, Clara pulls on a soft sweater and wraps a warm scarf around her neck. She steps outside into the cool morning air. The drizzle brushes lightly against her umbrella as she begins walking down the quiet street. The town still feels sleepy. Lights glow softly in a few windows. Somewhere nearby, a bakery chimney releases the faint smell of bread. Clara walks slowly, enjoying the peaceful start to the day. Her footsteps make a soft rhythm against the damp pavement. Soon she arrives at the café. She unlocks the door and steps inside. The familiar quiet of the room greets her, tables neatly arranged. Chairs waiting for the day's visitors. The large coffee machine resting silently on the counter. Clara flips on the lights. Warm golden lamps fill the room. The cafe slowly begins to wake up. She ties on her apron and begins preparing the kitchen for the morning. Soon the comforting smell of pancake batter and coffee begins to fill the air. Outside, the rain continues falling softly on the windows. Inside, everything feels calm, safe, peaceful. This cafe has always been a place where people come to slow down, where conversations are gentle, where warm food and quiet company make the world feel a little lighter. Today, it will become something even more special. Soon the doors will open, friends will arrive. Laughter will fill the room, and outside, animals waiting for new homes will meet the people who will love them. But for now, the cafe remains quiet. Just Clara, the soft hum of the kitchen, and the gentle sound of rain on the glass. Take another slow breath. Imagine yourself sitting at one of the cafe tables, a warm drink resting in your hands. The quiet comfort of this place surrounds you. There is nothing to hurry, nothing to solve. Just this peaceful morning and the slow unfolding of a kind and gentle day. As the day slowly comes to an end, the cafe begins to grow quiet again. The last pancakes have been served. The coffee pots are nearly empty, and most of the animals who came from the rescue have already gone home with new families. Laughter and footsteps fade from the cafe as people head back into the soft evening light. Outside in the small garden, the volunteers begin packing up the chairs and blankets. Clara pauses by the window. She notices that one dog is still resting quietly in the grass. Rusty, the older dog with the gentle eyes. All day he watched the other dogs leave with their new families, but he stayed where he was, calm and patient. Clara feels a quiet pull in her chest. She steps outside and kneels beside him. Rusty lifts his head slowly and his tail taps softly against the grass. Just once, then again. Clara scratches gently behind his ears. "You've been very patient today," she whispers. Rusty leans into her hand as if he understands every word. For a moment, Clara wonders if maybe, just maybe, she could make it work. But before she can finish the thought, she hears footsteps behind her. It's Simon, the quiet owner of the little bookshop next door. He had been inside the café most of the day, reading and watching the fundraiser unfold. Simon kneels down beside Rusty. Rusty's tail begins wagging again, a little faster this time. "I think he's been waiting for me," Simon says with a small smile. Clara laughs softly. "I think you might be right." Simon clips a leash gently onto Rusty's collar. The old dog stands up, stretches slowly, and gives Clara one last nudge of his nose. Then Simon and Rusty begin walking down the quiet street together. Rusty's tail sways happily as they disappear into the soft evening light. Clara watches them go, and something warm settles in her heart. The day had been long, but it had been good. She returns inside the cafe, where the warm lights glow softly once again. The rain has started again outside, gentle, steady. Clara pours herself a cup of tea and sits by the window. The town is quiet now. And somewhere nearby, Rusty is already settling into his new home, safe, warm. And finally, where he belongs. The cafe has grown quieter now. The soft rain outside continues falling gently against the windows. The warm lights inside glow softly across the wooden tables. The air smells faintly of coffee and fresh pancakes. Clara moves quietly in the kitchen, her steps calm and steady. Everything in this little cafe feels peaceful, safe, comfortable. You sit quietly at your table, still holding the warm cup in your hands. The warmth spreads slowly through your fingers, through your palms, up your arms. Your breathing is slow now, gentle, easy. Outside, the rain keeps its quiet rhythm. The steady sound seems to slow your thoughts even more. Clara flips another pancake on the griddle. The soft sound of the batter cooking fills the kitchen. A warm, golden circle slowly forming. The comforting smell drifts through the room again. You take a slow breath in and let it fall away. The cafe remains calm and still. Even the rain feels softer now. Your body sinks deeper into the chair. Your shoulders relax further. Your hands rest easily. Your mind begins to drift gently, like a small boat floating across calm water. Clara pours another cup of coffee and sets it beside the window. Steam rises slowly into the air. Outside, the morning sky begins to brighten slightly, but the rain still falls, soft, steady, comforting. The quiet rhythm of this place surrounds you. Nothing feels hurried, nothing feels heavy, just calm, just rest. Your breathing continues slowly, in and out, in and out. Your body feels warm, your muscles loosen. Your thoughts are drifting further away. like distant clouds fading into the sky. The rain taps gently on the glass. The cafe lights glow softly. The quiet room holds you in its calm. Your eyelids may feel heavier now. Your breathing is softer. The gentle rhythm of the rain continues guiding you deeper into rest. Clara finishes preparing the kitchen and pauses for a moment. She looks around the peaceful cafe, the warm lights, the quiet room, the calm morning outside. She smiles softly, feeling grateful for this gentle start to the day. Then she sits for a moment by the window, just listening to the rain, just breathing slowly, just enjoying the quiet. You remain in that peaceful moment, in this safe place, in this quiet cafe where nothing is expected from you. Just breathing slowly, just resting, just listening to the gentle rhythm of the rain. Your thoughts drift further away now. The story grows softer, the sounds quieter, the calm deepens. And somewhere between one slow breath and the next, sleep begins to arrive. Softly, gently, like rain falling quietly on the roof of a peaceful morning. Your body rests, your mind drifts. The rain continues, tap, 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 and slowly, gently, you drift deeper and deeper into sleep.